Thank you. We could all please start with a moment of shared silence. Thank you, everyone. Appreciate everyone being here. Welcome. I'm not sure 4 or 5 months ago that we thought we'd have this opportunity. It has been a remarkable year. It has been crazy. We have been working with different guidelines, I feel like by the week. If you can believe it, even like 2.5, 3 weeks ago, we got a letter from the DCSAA reminding us that if you played soccer, you could only use your feet and you had to wash the ball every few minutes. That was just a couple weeks ago. And so it's been like that since August. And so, but I really do appreciate the fact that we've been able to achieve so much this year. It was absolutely not possible without all the support of everyone here, whether it's how you communicated on surveys, emails, phone calls. It really made a big difference. And it's really helped our athletic program move forward and have folks on campus for games in the last couple weeks and be here in person. And so I really appreciate everyone's support. Thank you so much. Tonight we celebrate the achievements of our students. And if there was ever a year which we could use words like resolve, patience, dedication, and commitment, this is definitely the year. And our students throughout this pandemic have been nothing short of remarkable. Just the way they've handled all these different setbacks is it's really been impressive to see, and I'm glad we can be here together to celebrate some tremendous achievements. But before we get started, I just want to share a few words about our coaches and trainers. I've shared this in Quaker Notes, but for me as the director of athletics, this has been something that's been really special to see what our coaches have done. From the start, 100% of our coaches and trainers were here, opted in, and came every day. We've had multiple babies born during the pandemic. We've had multiple babies born during the pandemic. We've had coaches that live with family that are high risk. And for much of the year, the idea of even playing a game wasn't possible, but it never mattered. We met often in the summer, twice weekly all year. And I can say this, every request I made, whether it be we should come in on Wednesdays during hybrid, Saturdays, it was always met with enthusiasm. There's not a single time where someone said no. They all came all the time. At one point in the late fall, we were told we couldn't use equipment anymore. So one day we decided we were going to start doing these outdoor workouts on the turf field that Coach Cho was going to run. And I knew it would be disappointing because at that time we knew that we had students who were competing with their clubs, doing things one way, and then here we were playing with a lot of different restrictions, and then now all of a sudden it was no equipment. And so how do we keep this thing together? And I remember asking our coaches, I said, it'd be great, because these workouts are just going to be tough. All we're going to do is make them do sprints and all kinds of other exercises on the turf. What if we all came, kind of showed our support, and what do you know? Every coach is there for those workouts to support our students. Their professionalism and commitment to our students were second to none on this campus this year, and I'm really grateful for the commitment they gave. And I can tell you, in our staff meetings, all it was ever was, the talk was only one thing, students. How do we provide experience for students? It came up over and over again. That's all we discussed and tried to figure out what can we do given the restrictions that we were working with. And I don't know, I thought it was like a really good moment for us. So thank you to our coaches and trainers. We're going to start this evening with our career awards, which students who earn 6 varsity letters or more earn. But I wanted to say a few things about these career award winners. Our department has no chance of being successful without multi-sport athletes. No chance. We don't have the luxury, like some of our peers, of building teams to admissions. Our success is contingent upon developing our current students and those students playing multiple sports. And quite honestly, and you know, if you walk around campus during the day, there's not a lot of you know, these like undiscovered elite athletes walking around here. Like, there are a lot of short people on this campus, right? So there's just, it's hard. Like, we got what we have, and we got to make the most of it, and we got to like work really hard at it. And so the multi-sport thing is super important to us. Without question, the career award winners today, they're the foundation of our athletic department. They're the ones that make our teams go. They're the ones that give us depth. And it takes a special person to be a multi-sport athlete. You know, in a lot of cases in one sport, they're an elite athlete, and one of the best on the team. But often in the second or third sport, you know, they've got to be a role player. They've got to accept different responsibilities. And that's just not for everyone. And so for these career award winners, that's something they're comfortable doing in a lot of cases. And I think that's a really admirable quality and a great experience to go through that. And the other thing that I would add about our career award winners is they are almost always the same students that I see at other teams' games too. The students who play multiple sports, they're the same ones that show up for every other game. They just do because they're just all in on their Sidwell experience. And it's noticed and it's really appreciated. And I also think that it's really good leadership, and it helps other students think the same way. And so they really do truly make a big impact. And then lastly, I just want to make note, one of our career award winners who is not here, not feeling well, and I just want to wish him a speedy recovery. Winston Matthews is home recovering from illness. I know he wanted to be here. He's had a tremendous Sidwell career, and so just wishing him a speedy recovery. And lastly, so we're going to get moving with this, so I'd like to introduce Zach, Charlie, and Mackenzie to start us off with our career award winners.
My name is Zach Gayer, and I'm a junior.
Good evening, my name is Charlie Taylor, and I'm a sophomore.
Hello, my name is Mackenzie Tyson, and I am a sophomore. Career awards recognize graduating seniors who have earned at least 6 varsity letters at Sidwell Friends. We'll recognize seniors in groups, starting with the seniors who earn 6 letters, followed by seniors who earn 7 letters, and so on, ending with special recognition for the one senior who earned 12 letters, one for each of the 12 seasons in the life of an upper school student. Please hold your applause until the end of each group. Seniors, when we say your name, please make your way up to the table.
To start, with 6 letters, Christopher Anthony, 4 in football, 2 in track and field. Aiden Baldick, 2 in soccer, 4 in track and field. Sydney Benson, 3 in basketball, 3 in softball. Ali Hakeem Florian, 1 in cross country, 1 in football, 2 in basketball, and 2 in track and field. Stephanie Hegley-None, 3 in soccer, 3 in softball. Patrick Linehan, 2 in soccer, 4 in lacrosse. Winston Matthews, 2 in golf, 4 in tennis. Justin Pekin, 2 in soccer, 4 in lacrosse. Isaac Pickram, 2 in soccer, 4 in track and field. Bradley Porter, 2 in football, 4 in track and field. Eli Schwartz, 4 in football, 2 in track and field. Hannah Singh, 2 in volleyball, 4 in softball. And Karenna Warden, 4 in cross country, 2 in track and field. Together a little bit and look at me. Ready?
Now we have our 7-letter winners. Nicole Appiani, 4 in swimming, 3 in volleyball. Ariel Beck, 3 in soccer, 4 in lacrosse. Charlotte McGuire, 4 in soccer, 3 in track and field. Eva Ross, 3 in field hockey, 4 in lacrosse. And Alexi Weinberg, 4 in football, 3 in baseball. Now our 8-letter winners. Allison Barker, 4 in cross country, 4 in track and field. Olivia Castell, 4 in field hockey, 1 in lacrosse, 3 in track and field. Delaney Edmonds, 4 in soccer, 1 in lacrosse, 3 in track and field. Becca Myers, 4 in soccer, 4 in lacrosse.
With 9 letters, Bo Burns, 4 in football, 1 in wrestling, 4 in lacrosse. Josh Ihegihu, 1 in soccer, 1 in football, 2 in swimming, and 4 in track and field. And Harry Robeson, 4 in cross country, 1 in swimming, and 4 in track and field. Can we please give a round of applause? Now, with 10 letters, Maddie Stewart, 4 in volleyball, 2 in basketball, and 4 in track and field.
Finally, we'd like to hand things over to Mr. Leventhal, who will make special remarks about our 12-letter winner.
12 letters is really impressive regardless of sports. It's rare today that we see an athlete play 3 sports. With Marzilli, I feel like he did it the hard way. So he runs cross country, which they run in the rain, the snow, the sleet, and the mud. 2 years ago in the MAC championships, the conditions of the course were so bad, runners had to make decisions whether you take a longer path through the cornfield or cut through here. I mean, it was just dangerous and people were falling, but that's just what cross country runners do. It's one of those sports where the first mile is fast, the second mile is harsh, and the third mile is just brutal. And they do it over and over again. Now he also did track. Now track is tough, but it has a little more glamour to it. But the other sport he does is wrestling. And wrestling is a sport where just to get on the mat, you got to have some guts. And so for him to earn 12 letters and the way he did it, I think is incredibly impressive. I don't know if we'll ever see that combination again. I hope so. But I did want his coach, Bill Wooden, to say a few words about Will. Coach?
Yeah, Webb is a special athlete. No seasons off. He's working the whole time. He's dedicated, he's got perseverance, he's very competitive. I first had him as an athlete in middle school, and I noticed that he doesn't like to give up. He doesn't give up. He was racing 8th grader, and the 8th grader beat him by about a second at the most. But as a 7th grader, he wasn't going to take any anything from an 8th grader. So he's been an accomplished athlete. When he got to, as an incoming freshman, he was had the 5th fastest time on the team. As a sophomore in the mud bath that Keith had talked about, he was the 4th fastest runner in the league. So what he's done over the 4 years is enabled our cross-country team to have great success in the MAC championship that we participated in during his career, and also in large invitationals. We've been very successful. And Wib was a major contributor in making that happen. He's been dedicated. He was a little slow earlier on. He wanted to get faster, so he worked really hard and dedicated himself to improving his speed so he could be more competitive. That didn't show up so much as in cross country, but in track, it's made a huge difference. This year, he is significantly faster. The other thing about him is that he has an inner drive that helps him succeed, but he also does better. The tougher the competition, the more he rises to the occasion. In the state track championship, he had his best races in the best times in the 1600 and the 32 meter run in that thing, in that meet. So I'm very happy to have had the opportunity to coach Wib, and he will be sorely missed. He's made a contribution to all the teams that he's been part of with me, and I'm sure he's done the same thing with the wrestling program. And it's going to be hard to replace him. And he's just anybody that puts in the effort to every season, every year he's in upper school is an amazing person. So I applaud him for that, and I wish him the best in his future.
Bill, don't go anywhere. So, Coach Wooden is going to be retiring after 25 years of service. Coach had 2 different stints here at Sidwell Friends. And during Coach's career, it's really remarkable. 7 MAC championships, 3 DCS AA championships, 52 all-league runners, 7 individual champions, 13 DCS AA All-State runners, 2 Gatorade DC Runners of the Year, and 1 national finalist, finishing 16th. Bill is truly a genius of a coach. Nobody in the league that I've seen gets runners faster. When you see his kids run at the beginning of the year and you look at the times at the end of the year, it's a remarkable the improvement his kids make throughout the year. I remember my first year here for the MAC championships, I asked Bill how he thought it was going to go, and he was kind of like, well, we'll see how it goes. This happens, this happens. Then I see his assistant Marty, and he's like, oh no, we're going to win easily. And of course, we had like the top 5 of the first 8 runners. But he's a real treat to watch, Coach. Like I love watching Bill at a track meet or a cross country. He's got that clipboard, and he is all business. But he has, every time we'd give him his contract, I'd always tell him it's a 5-year contract. But Bill is, you've been an absolute incredible, what you've done here is absolutely amazing. And, sometimes cross country goes under the radar. But what he has done and what he's done with that program is truly remarkable. I want to just read a few words. So Marty Suresh, who's a teacher in the upper school, has also been coaching with Bill for a long time, had shared a few words. He can't be here tonight, and I just want to share what Marty wrote. Bill Wooden's emphasis on integrity, teamwork, and personal improvement has touched the lives of so many young people. He loves to tell tales of those dedicated students who made huge leaps in performances and went on to accomplish important things in their lives. And every year, he meticulously records, calculates, and regards the team of individual and team improvements within seasons and from year to year. Bill also practices what he preaches. Even with so many years in this sport and an encyclopedic knowledge, he still wants to learn more. He continues to attend coaching clinics and is constantly reading about historical and contemporary aspects of running. As a result, he has tweaked his methods every year in his continued pursuit of excellence. One thing I will always remember is Bill's ability to hold court. He's a true Renaissance man who loves to talk about anything. I've been on many bus rides with him where we've chatted about a variety of topics, including growing up in Indiana, his many visits to the Olympic Stadium, laminar and turbulent flow of traffic, astrophysics. And so Marty's an MIT grad, and Bill has a PhD in astronomy and is a math physics guy. You can only imagine these bus conversations. I was especially thankful to have Bill with me on a late night drive back from a cross-country meet at Lehigh University. After a long day in the cold and the rain, we had a 4-hour trip back. Even though everyone else on the bus had passed out and was exhausted, Bill led the conversation and kept me alert as I drove. I don't know where he found the energy, but thank you, Bill. Bill has also been an extraordinary mentor and father figure to me over the last 8 years, professionally and personally. Even though I've bounced in and out of coaching and from boys to girls and back, he has supported me along the way, and I'll always be thankful for his encouragement and advice as I started a family and became a full-time teacher. Thank you for everything, Bill. Bill, we have a gift for you. So this is a Hanhart German-engineered mechanical stopwatch. Now, his grandson is a heck of a runner, and so on the back of this, we've inscribed a few things, but on it is also Red Fox, which apparently you used to use as a term to get your runners to surge during races. So
One-step acceleration.
One-step acceleration. All right. Bill, thank you. Appreciate it. We are going to move with our awards for students, and they're going to actually get a chance to get up and share a few words. And our first award, the Unsung Hero Athletic Award, which will be presented by South Trimble, Gemma Maltby, and Vera Chowdhury.
Good evening. My name is South Trimble. I'm a junior. I play track, soccer, and basketball. The Unsung Hero Award is presented annually to a senior male and female athlete for contributions that might otherwise go unrecognized. The recipients of the award, by virtue of their presence, participation, dedication, and enthusiasm, has significantly enriched the Sidwell Friends athletic program. I'll be giving this award to one of my teammates. No matter what role he took, this teammate always gave his full effort and energy. Congratulations to Max Freistadt.
I'm extremely honored to receiving this award. When I came to Sidwell in 9th grade, I knew I wanted to play basketball, but I never could have imagined the major role that athletics would have during my time here. I have gained so much from athletics and playing sports, but what I've learned the most is the importance of perseverance, leadership, and a team first attitude. As is expected with any athlete's path, there were many ups and downs during my time. The lows included coming into freshman year with a broken ankle, multiple knee surgeries, and of course, COVID. However, the highs included earning the last spot on varsity my sophomore year, which coach didn't make it easy and ultimately being on the court when Dean Maslish hit the shot that everyone around here knows about. And I know that's something that my teammate to myself will never forget. Beginning in junior year, I began to branch out a little bit more from an athletics standpoint. I joined the Leadership Academy, which was an amazing experience. I even started coming to school early to live with Coach Joe, and I also joined the track team, which, for those of you that don't know me, was very out of my comfort zone. I had to be convinced. And unfortunately with COVID, my senior basketball season was canceled, and I struggled with not being able to be around my teammates every day. But despite this, I will always cherish the relationships and memories I have made with my coaches and teammates. And as I move on to the next chapter at Hamilton College, I will always take pride in being a Quaker student athlete. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Gemma Malpe, and I'm a junior on the girls' soccer and track and field teams. The Unsung Hero Award is also presented annually to a senior female athlete for contributions that might otherwise go unrecognized. The recipients of the award, by virtue of their presence, participation, dedication, and enthusiasm, have significantly enriched the Sidwell Friends athletic program. It is my pleasure to present this award to a teammate who embodies this description, Charlotte McGuire. I've played soccer with Charlotte for a long time, and she's always been an incredible teammate. She's so talented and hardworking, and she's also one of the most supportive people I know, which is why I and so many of her teammates look up to her, and why this award is so well deserved. Congrats, Char.
Thank you so much to Gemma to present this award. I'd like to thank my parents for always pushing me out of my comfort zone and being there to support me and drive me to and from practices and games. And I'd also like to thank my teammates for making Sidwell soccer such a special experience, and winning with them and playing games with them this year has been such a special experience. I'd also like to thank Coach Ryan for his endless support over the 6 years I've played for him and for pushing me to grow as a person and a player. Also, thanks to the track coaches. I know we like to complain at practice, but we really enjoy it. And also thanks to Keith and the athletic department for supporting girls soccer over the years. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Vera Chaudhry and I'm a junior on the Sidwell field hockey team. This year, we have a second female awardee for the Unsung Hero Award, which is presented annually to senior athletes for contributions that might otherwise go unrecognized. It is my pleasure to present this award to a teammate who embodies this description. It is rare to find a person who brings such exuberance to practice and so much positivity and motivation to every single member of the team. I am honored to congratulate Eva Ross for this award, who is that person every day on and off the field. First and foremost, I want to give a shout out and very special thanks to Shannon, Steve, Coach Cho, and Keith, because without them, not only would I not be here today, but none of our student athletes would be here today. So yeah, thank you so much. So when I was told that I had to write a speech for this, naturally the first thing that I did was procrastinate. So I went on the app TikTok, which is a social media platform I'm sure many are familiar with. And I came across this trend where people explain how each individual is just a mosaic of the people that surround them. And at first I thought this was really cheesy and cliche, but then I thought about it in regards to my athletic career at Sidwell and what I've learned, and I realized how true it truly was. I learned my freshman year to hug the freshmen on the first day of preseason because my teammate Jen Dye did that to me on the very first day of high school, and it made me feel so welcome on a day when I was so extremely nervous. I learned to tell my teammates that I love them because my teammate Matt Watson said that to me, and it made me feel incredibly valued. I learned to text and keep in contact with my sisters and teammates off the field because my teammate Alexa Schulman did that for me, and it made me feel like a critical and valued part of the team. I learned to put in work off season and come to practice early because my teammates Nina and Elena did that, and it brought a real sense of perseverance and persistence to the team. I learned to keep practice light and fun because my teammate Eliza Dewey did that, and it just brought an incredible amount of joy to the team. I learned to make sure that someone always felt like a part of the team even when they were injured, because Coach Miller did that for me, and it was such an incredible thing when I was injured, and she reminds me to do the same throughout the year. I learned to make sure people are doing well not only on the field but off the field, because my coach, Coach B, does that for me and reminds me how much each individual matters on the team. I learned to tell people to keep their heads up and reassure them in their ability because my coach, Coach Chris, did that for me since middle school, and I knew I could always look to him for that. I learned to really deeply care about my team's performance and growth, not only myself as an athlete, but my team, because I saw how hard Maisie Biden worked for her team and wanted to improve not only herself, but the whole program she was a part of. I was so lucky to have the most incredible leaders and mentors, and that's all I've ever wanted to give back to Sidwell. Finally, I wouldn't be the person I am today without a few incredible people. Coach Eisman encouraged me to join the field hockey team my freshman year. If you know Coach Eisman, she is one of the most wonderful, loving, kind-hearted people in the whole entire world. I knew whatever team she was a coach of, I wanted to be a part of it. Coach Eisman turned me into an athlete. Coach Ziegler was the person who I would say turned me into a leader. Coach Z got me to join Leadership Academy, which was out of my comfort zone, and it really changed my perspective on athletics for the better and leadership inside and outside of sports. Her dedication to all of the players on her team is so unmatched and incredible. Lastly, each and every person wouldn't be who they are without their parents. I became a competitive athlete after hearing my dad talk about his high school and college athletic careers and how important it was to be a part of something bigger than himself. One of the things that I would say, which is what Vera said about me, but I would say a lot of people say about me, is I contribute more to the energy of my team than athletic skill. And the other day I was talking to Coach Z about this, and she was saying, I mean, I always try to come on the field with a positive mindset, but if you know my mom, she's one of the most positive people probably in the whole entire world, and she's just able to see the bright side of everything even when you might not want her to, so I'm just so thankful for that. Thank you so much.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Chris Russell, and I'm a sophomore. I play football, basketball, and track. With the Distinguished Achievement Award, we honor senior student athletes who have achieved significant accolades at the league level and beyond, and have admirably represented their teams and Sidwell friends in competition. It's my pleasure to present this award to a teammate who has embodied this description, as he was one of the hardest working players on the team and has a positive attitude. Congratulations to Ryan Cornish.
Good evening.
Hey,
Mike.
Alright. First, I want to thank God for waking up every day, giving me the abilities and opportunity to play at the next level. Next, I want to thank my parents, my mom and my dad, for the unconditional love and support throughout my entire life. Without you both, I would never be able to come to Sidwell. I love you both. Next, Coach Singletary. Words can't describe how appreciative I am for everything you've done for me, believing in me and coaching me at the highest level and keeping me on track to reach my fullest potential. I'm incredibly thankful not only for what you've taught me on the court, but how it carries into my personal life. Accountability, leadership, maturity, toughness, attitude, intelligence are only a few that represent the things you've taught me. I'll be forever grateful of your mentorship. Next, Coach Green and Coach Chuck as well for giving me confidence in myself while coaching me at the hardest level. Next, I want to thank Coach Benj and Coach Keegan for all the dedication to our team and myself with all the hours we put in the gym. And then Coach Cho, can't forget Coach Cho for pushing me to truly progress in my strength. I will continue to roll up my shorts and show my thighs in the weight room for years to continue. Next, I want to specifically thank Max and Afamdi for making the transition to Sidwell so easy. We've been playing basketball since we were in 3rd grade, and that was when Max was our center. So times have changed, but one thing won't change is our friendship. And then next, I can't forget Spencer Tyson. I can't describe how thankful I am for what you've done for me. You're one of the smartest and most caring individuals I know. Spencer has spent many hours helping me with academics and personal life without even expecting to thank you. I know you're going to do amazing things in the future, and it's not too late to come to Dartmouth. Right? I need you to. We got a spot on the team for you. And then finally, my whole team. I love every single one of you, and our brotherhood is a bond that cannot be broken. Our culture is what makes us one of the best teams in the area, and I love you all. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Michael Yao, and I'm a freshman on the varsity tennis team here at Sidwell. And I will also be presenting the Distinguished Achievement Award. It is my pleasure to present this award to a teammate who embodies the description of a distinguished athlete. Congratulations to Michael Zane. He is well deserving of the award for his leadership of the team and his performance on the court.
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm really grateful to receive the award. It means a lot. First off, I do want to thank my parents, though. My mom's not here, but my dad's here, for putting up with me throughout my entire tennis career. It's been a pretty long one, and always a bit of a hothead when I first started, so I'm impressed they're still here. Then going on to Coach West and the Sidwell tennis program, it's been really great to be here for the last 4 years. I've always been really competitive, and I think this program has really helped me keep that up. Always worked hard and just stayed in that same mindset. I'm really excited to carry that into college. Thank you.
Good evening. My name is Jackson Urey, and I'm a freshman on the Sidwell varsity tennis team. Tonight I'll also be presenting the Distinguished Achievement Award. The Distinguished Achievement Award honors senior student athletes who have achieved significant accolades at the league level and beyond, and have admirably represented their team and Sidwell friends in competition. Personally, I only played on the tennis team with this person for a year, but in my short time knowing him, He's been a real role model for me, the team, and the wider community, both on and off the court. He's a phenomenal player and a great person, and I wish him the best in his future at Georgetown. It is my pleasure to present the Distinguished Achievement Award to Kier Morganson.
First of all, thanks Jackson. It's a great introduction, and it's great to see everyone here. I am extremely honored to be receiving this award, considering the enormous magnitude of skill that all the student athletes have here. First, I want to thank Coach Logan West, who's been my Sidwell tennis coach since middle school. Since 5th grade, I've been seeing him around here. Logan has done a fantastic job creating and fostering a successful team every year. His coaching and wisdom have undoubtedly led me to become a better player. And Logan instilled in our team the important qualities of grit and grind. And every player on our team has the grit to work hard and ability to grind out the win. Even Logan and his wife showed us their grit and grind. A few years ago, he came to root us on in the MAC championships despite his wife literally giving birth that day. So thank you, Coach. It means a lot. I would also like to thank Keith, who has been an exemplary athletic director who tirelessly supports all of the student athletes and coaches, running interference when necessary, always with the best interest of his athletes in mind. Also sitting in the audience is Hojun Hio. He's been my coach since I was 5, and he's taught me tons of stuff. I wouldn't be here without him, so thank you as well. Also, some people mentioned, I'd really like to mention and give a shout out to the athletic trainers here. Shannon rubbed BioFreeze on my back before the MAC championships a couple of years ago, and that probably helped us get the dub, so thank you, appreciate that. I also want to thank my SFS teammates, especially the 2 other senior captains, Michael and Winston. I've been in constant competition with Michael, specifically Michael, since I was in the 10 and unders for tennis and actually middle school cross country. He used to absolutely smoke me in the 2-mile, but I think I've moved on from that since. And Winston, we played on the freshman basketball team, and I think we averaged like 25 seconds a game combined. But great memories I've had with both of them. And our freshman year, Michael, Winston, and I all earned a spot on the varsity lineup as freshmen, and we played in the 3 top spots on the team. And the years on the tennis team really brought us together, and we've shared tons of great memories, and I'll miss it a lot. And finally, I want to thank my parents who have supported me since I first picked up a tennis racket. My mom drove me to so many tournaments and watched me play 3-hour matches, and she always made sure I was hydrated, sunblocked, and whatnot. And my dad, who's been my coach, warm-up partner, videographer, and note-taker. And as I've grown and matured, I realize how lucky I am to have my father on my side every step of the way. I don't take that for granted. And thank you all once again for this award. Go Quakers and play the Saxon.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Helen Primus, and I'm a sophomore. I play varsity soccer, basketball, and softball here at Sidwell. The fine award is presented to a senior female athlete who, by consensus of the athletic department, deserves recognition for her athletic talent, leadership, dedication, sportsmanship, broad participation, interest, and involvement in all aspects of school life. It is my pleasure to present this award to a teammate who embodies this description. I've had the privilege of playing alongside this person for the past 2 seasons on the soccer field. We ended our 2019 season with just 2 losses, the ISL tournament title, and made it all the way to the DCSAA championship under her leadership. I have seen firsthand how dedicated, talented, and skilled she is, and there's no way our team would be as successful without her. I can say with absolute confidence that she deserves this award, and I'm going to miss her next season on the field. Congratulations to Delaney Edmonds.
Thank you so much, Helen. I'm extremely honored to receive this award. First off, I want to thank all of my teammates. The time we spent on and off the field has made some of my favorite memories from high school. You guys are the nicest, most supportive girls, and I really can't wait to see what you guys do next. I love you guys so much. Next, I want to thank Coach Ryan. Coach Ryan has coached me for a really long time now, and he always says that he doesn't just coach soccer, but he teaches life, and that's very true. And I'm so thankful to have you as a coach. And last but not least, I want to thank my parents for always supporting me and for the endless love and support, and for always driving me to where I need to be. Thank you so much.
Good evening. My name is Gus Burns, and I'm a junior on the football and lacrosse team. The Wanted Award is presented to a senior male athlete who, by consensus of the athletic department, deserves recognition for his athletic talent, leadership, dedication, sportsmanship, broad participation, and interest, and involvement in all aspects of school life. It is my pleasure to present this award to my brother and teammate. Despite having various injuries over his career, he has still shown amazing leadership skills by supporting our team at every game, no matter if he could compete or not. He has set an amazing example for every kid in the classes below, especially me and Lawson. He's always in the weight room and staying after practice, and is the best role model a brother could ask for. Congratulations to Bill Burns.
Thank you, Gus. So, I was not great at sports growing up, and I only really got into sports after about 6th grade. It was even later that I knew that I really loved sports and wanted to commit time to being a great student and a great athlete. The great thing about being an athlete at Sidwell is that I've been able to pursue my sports while also pursuing academics and other passions. Sidwell has taught me how to manage my time and how to work hard at everything I do. You know, I've learned discipline and hard work under many different people. So I have some thank yous. Thank you, Mr. Leventhal, for constantly supporting me. Thank you to Coach Simon for pushing me as a football player and supporting me through my entire athletic journey. Thank you to Coach Markey for a great year of wrestling, which taught me toughness and resilience. Thank you to Coach Mormino. Although I never got the opportunity to play under you directly, you were always friendly to me and helped me with issues, even outside of athletics. Thank you to Coach Cho for constantly helping me out in the weight room and for making me a better athlete. Thank you to Coach Davis for everything, but especially teaching us about arbitrage, sweat equity, and other life lessons. Thank you so much. And a most special thank you to Coach Cummings, who pushed me to be a great lacrosse player and a great person. Without Coach Cummings, my future would look completely different. I wouldn't be head to Bowdoin College to study and play the sport I love for 4 more years. Thank you, Coach, for letting me see that even the little things make a big difference. Thank you to my parents for always being by my side and doing the little things, like asking how my day was, no matter what. Thank you to my 2 brothers who push me every day to be a better version of myself. As I try to be a role model for them, they are also role models for me. Thanks to my teammates, those older and younger, for pushing me in every way and always making things fun. So the last thank you I have is to a very special teammate of mine, Jamie Landy. Jamie's probably off exploring the world right now, but wherever he is, I know he's making the most of what he's doing. So the Jamie Landy standard is something that I've tried to uphold throughout my career at Sidwell, which is working hard and doing everything you can for the benefit of the team. Jamie would always be pushing weight in the APC or working hard on the field, and his work ethic has stuck with me ever since he graduated. You know, Jamie's impact on me has been huge, and even though it was trickier to do so in the COVID world, I have tried to uphold the standard he set in every aspect of my life. You know, everything I do is for the betterment of my teams, which is something that I learned from Jamie. So thank you to all these people that have made me a successful athlete at Sidwell. None of my accomplishments would have happened without them. And for younger aspiring athletes or people just trying to better themselves, know that your mindset will always be the base of how successful you can be. Yes, things can be tough sometimes, but if you want something and you strive and work hard, you can really achieve anything. The other piece of advice I can give is always set a good example and be there for the younger players or whoever's around you. Because at the end of the day, you can be a role model to multiple people and maybe influence someone's life for the better. So, thank you.
Good evening. I'm Allison Barker, and I'm a sophomore. The Tyler Christian Rouch Award is presented to a senior male and female athlete who have significantly enriched the Sidwell athletic program through motivational leadership, steadfast participation, dedication to teamwork, enthusiasm, and all-out effort in athletic competition. This award is named in memory of former student Tyler Rouch, class of 2004. It is my pleasure to present this award to a teammate who embodies this exact description. Congratulations to Allison Barker. I was just going to quickly say that this is my first year on track, and it's been a lot of get on a Zoom, go for a run, email and say you ran, and then repeat. And now we're back on the track, and I think in times like these, it's very evident to see when leadership and good leadership really shines through. As one of the 3 seniors in track, Allison has proven how spirit and athleticism always makes such a profound difference in the Sidwell community. And I guess to sum it up, I would say Allison is literally always laps ahead, but in the most enthusiastic and encouraging way possible. So congratulations.
I'm a little short for this mic. First off, I'm so honored to receive this award. The Sidwell Athletic Department has done so much to support my athletic career, and just has made sure that the student perspective is incorporated into every major decision that the department has made. I can't think of another program that values the student voice more than this one. It allows these athletes to have significant say in matters that impact the athletes rather than what is simply just easiest. I'd first off like to thank Mr. Leventhal for specifically these attributes that are featured in the athletic department. Mr. Leventhal was new the year that we were all freshmen, and unlike my freshman capabilities, he came prepared to question and change the entire athletic department for the better. From year 1 of him being the new athletic director, he formed the athletic task force, which assembled a group of athletes that were nominated by their coaches to discuss athletic-related matters. In the first meeting of this group, I doubt Mr. Leventhal shared the same sentiment, but I sort of felt like we were in the same position. I was the only freshman in the room, and we were both new, and we had no previous experience with Sidwell High School athletics, and Mr. Leventhal was facing a room full of the most intimidating crowd that exists, which is a bunch of high school athletes. Despite what I would consider a quite intimidating situation, Mr. Leventhal impressed us all by making sure we all knew that from then on, students were always going to be a part of decision making in every aspect of Sidwell athletics. Now 3.5 years later, a mascot change, and the entire rebranding of the athletic department, I'm graduating feeling like every possible aspect of the athletic department has been changed for the better, while Mr. Leventhal is just getting started. Although Mr. Leventhal was never directly my coach, he's had an incredible impact on both my athletic career and my overall experience at Sidwell, and I just can't thank him enough. Second, I would also like to thank Coach Cack, who I can't thank enough, from hopping into workouts with me and dealing with the whole team taking 20 minutes out of every practice just to figure out where we're going to run, just to end up on the same loop every single practice. Coach Cack has helped perfect finding the balance between discipline and having fun with a team. Since 7th grade, I've had a new coach every single year, but I'm so happy to say that I can end my high school career with Coach Cack as my head coach. I'd also like to thank Mr. Mormino, someone who's helped me on and off the field. He had me both, unfortunately, through freshman and junior year math. And it was incredible having a teacher that understood that once the class was over,
I would spend the next couple hours in practice rather than grueling over my math homework. Besides geometry, Mr. Romito helped set up the Jensen Leadership Academy, which taught me more skills than I can name that I will surely use with me in the coming years in college. He emphasized teamwork and leadership over individual achievements, as well as a new emphasis on not only what can you do for Sidwell Athletic Department, but also what skills can you take away from being a part of this program into the rest of your athletic journey. Also to Coach Ryan, who I don't think is here, but he always reminded me that Sidwell High School, my athletic career here would not be the end. He always looked forward to the bigger picture. And I'll truly never forget the time that I cried out of stress at a meet to Coach Ryan, and he told me I was allowed 1 cry per season, and I just used my 1 pass. Although this may have seemed like tough love at the time, this is exactly what I had needed, and I can say that I haven't cried at a meet since. And I'm forever grateful for all of the other more kind advice he has given me. Additionally, I'd like to thank Coach Marty, who coached me in 7th and 8th grade and was my first intense running coach, and gave me my first taste of competitive running, as well as quite possibly shin splints. Of course, my parents who are both here, I'd like to thank them for always being supportive. As both college athletes in racket sports, I'm really sorry to say I didn't pick up the tennis gene. But for those who have never been to a cross-country meet, the spectators have to do their fair share of running to make it to different vantage points. So I'm so grateful that my parents, my dad having run 1 season of cross-country in high school just for the varsity letter, my mom having doing 3 seasons of varsity track, they used their extensive running experience to support me the whole way around the course. Lastly, or second last, my siblings. My sister was the captain of the cross-country team when I was a freshman, and I just want to thank her for showing me what a captain should be, even though I didn't fully get to experience the normal captain experience this year. She was incredible, even though she was injured the entire season. As well as my brother, who I have yet to beat his freshman PR from cross-country, and I'm definitely not upset about it, but I'd like to thank him for pushing me the whole way. Lastly, of course, my teammates. It's easy to forget that cross-country and track are team sports, but there's no one I'd rather spend my Saturdays cheering for. Thank you.
Good evening, my name is Ethan Yu and I'm a junior. The Tyler Christian Rouch Award is also presented to a senior male who have significantly enriched the Sidwell Friends Athletic Program through motivational leadership, steadfast participation, dedication to teamwork, enthusiasm, and an all-out effort in athletic competition. This award is named in memory of former student Tyler Rouch, class of 2004. It is my pleasure to present this award to a teammate who embodies this description. Congratulations to Alexi Weinberg. Through his hard work and dedication, Alexi has been a role model for me, the baseball program, and Sidwell athletics as a whole. No matter if we're up by 10 or down by 2, Alexi will give his all, and you'll always hear him cheering on his teammates. Congratulations, Alexi. Appreciate you.
Thank you, Ethan. Really honored to be receiving this award as well, and have a long list of people who I need to thank. I want to start by thanking Mr. Leventhal, the athletic department, and the Sidwell administration just for working so hard to ensure that we were able to have a fall and spring season this year. I'm incredibly grateful for that. I also want to thank Mr. Leventhal for making the athletic experience at Sidwell Friends so incredible. I think everybody sitting here has noticed how strong the athletic culture is here, and I think that's a huge reason why our teams do so well, and a huge reason why so many Sidwell athletes do so well after graduating too. I also want to thank all of the facilitators of Sidwell's Leadership Academy. I definitely wouldn't be standing here without the skills I learned there. Leadership kind of existed as a very vague concept in my mind before these programs, and I'm really grateful for them. I want to thank all of my coaches. A special thank you to Coach Mormino for pouring countless hours into the baseball program. Just this past holiday Monday, the players decided that we wanted to get in an optional practice. And Coach Mormino was out there bright and early on his holiday, helping support us and prepare the fields for us, because that's the kind of amazing coach he is. A huge thanks to Coach Curtis for working with us and motivating us throughout the year. A huge thanks to Coach Caleb, Coach Singletary, and Coach LaRue for helping make all of our baseball practices the highlight of my day. Also, a shout out to Coach Singletary for coaching me very briefly in basketball, 7th grade. I'm not gonna lie, I was hurt to be placed on the C team, but looking back on it, that was probably the right call. I want to thank Coach Cho for the year-round support and the fun memories from middle school football. Huge thanks to Coach Davis for just unreal energy, knowledge, and dedication, and for being so unbelievably fun to play for. To Coach Cooley and Coach C, thank you for holding us all to high standards and helping us get better each day. And a special thank you to Coach C for helping me balance being competitive with staying composed. And most of all, I need to thank Coach Simon for being not just a coach in baseball and football since 5th grade, but truly a friend as well. I'm grateful to you for teaching me the importance of character, the importance of leadership, and I could not think of a better coach to play for the last 8 years. And finally, I want to thank the amazing athletic training staff for just working day in and day out. The other day I was having unreal back spasms and I could barely walk, and Steve just did some magic. I don't even know what he did, but it was amazing after that. Finally, I just need to thank all of my teammates for making this journey so great. It's been an unbelievable ride with some awesome memories. And for my baseball guys, we know we're not done yet, so I can't wait to compete and hopefully make a run in states. Thank you. Go Quakers.
Congratulations to all of our students. Thank you to all of our presenters. That was great having you here helping out. Really appreciate that. Just a few other quick announcements. We snuck in a bunch of cake pops, so please grab one of those before you leave. And we'd also love to get some pictures. So before any of the students leave, if we could do that, that would be terrific. Both tennis teams are currently in the DCSAAs, and baseball and track and field get going next week. So we've got still got some unfinished business. It's just exciting finally playing for championships. And a few other neat things going on. You can see the upper turf field is finally being done right now. We'll have a brand new turf field for the fall. We'll have a brand new track in the fall. And I believe in the fall, the lobby will be unrecognizable. We have another major project going on in the lobby right now. So there's a lot of exciting things going on. Really appreciate everyone being here tonight. It's so great that we can finally meet as a community again. And thank you so much, and have a wonderful evening. Take care, everyone.
There's a bit of light.
What's that? Oh, yeah, sure.
Or is it too late?
No, I think you can get folks. Hey, John.